How surreal of a day is this for you and the organization?
Oh, it's definitely surreal. I just talked to our employees, and I've lived through now 9/11 and the 2008 financial crisis, and this has a similar, as I call it, eerie feel to it. It brings on a lot of anxiety, a lot of questions that people can't answer. So it's definitely surreal for sure.
How much did the NBA taking this step, do you think, have an impact on what the NHL decided?
Well, it was big. There's no question, and I think you guys in the last 24 hours, sports is for the most part shut down. And yesterday at noon, I don't think sports was going to shut down. I think the plan was to play, games in front of empty fans or empty seats. But and now it's just different. I think now there's just a collective pause in all of sports to see if this virus can get out of control, and everybody will kind of revisit things over the next couple of weeks.
Each organization is obviously looking at this in its own sense, but it does feel at this point like there's been somewhat of a domino effect. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I think that's fair to say, and I think there's probably more to come. What those dominoes are, we can probably talk about, but I think there's more to come. I think it's really important now, like I told our staff, I think it's really, we can't control now what happens. We can't control whether we're going to play again. We can't control the business. What we can control is trying to stay healthy, and hopefully that's what our group will do. And because if we're not, then that obviously changes things here. If somebody on our team or in our office gets the virus, that takes us to another realm.
So nobody within the organization, players or office people, showing any symptoms?
As of now, to my knowledge, no.
Is there any concern with that? I know part of the NHL statement just now was regarding the fact that some of the teams in the league share venues with NBA teams. Is there any special testing that's planned to be done, or any concern that maybe someone has it and just don't know yet?
Well, as of now, the answer is no. I think again that could potentially change if a player or someone in a locker room, trainer, coach, whatever, develops the virus. As of now, I think we're just going to see how this all plays out and hope that nobody gets it.
What kind of instructions have the players and everybody really in the organization been given in terms of trying to limit interaction with people, anything like that?
Well, what we're going to do here in our office, and everybody's different, but we're going to go to a flexible office schedule where the office here is going to be open. But I've encouraged people to work from home if they need to. If they need to come in to get something done or have a quick meeting, to do it, but to try to, eliminate sitting on top of each other, spreading germs, those kind of things. Like I said, the most important thing for us right now is to try to stay healthy. Same thing with the team. The team will not be practicing during this time. They're going to be at home. I know that the NBA has encouraged their guys, or at least I heard Rick Carlisle talk about the Mavs encouraging their guys to stay here and not travel. I'm assuming that that'll be a similar thing with our team and the NHL as well. But and then we'll just monitor and see how things go over the next couple of weeks.
What went into that decision to not have team activities? I know some of the other leagues are still, like MLS is continuing that. What was the key factor in cutting that out at this point?
I don't want anybody getting sick in our office, because I think that takes us to another realm here. Hopefully we can stay healthy, not spread the virus around. Obviously, if we got it in the office, everybody would have to be tested. We'd have to shut the office. And my intention is to not shut this office at this point. We want to keep it open for some business, albeit, limited right now, and we're in this unknown period.
Is that a Stars thing or an NHL?
It is. It's a Stars thing. Not every team's going to do that. I think every team has to make their own decision on how they want to handle their employees in their office. But for the time being, that's how we're going to operate.
No practice.
No practice for the players, correct.
The news release says that the organization will work with fans who have purchased tickets
Yeah.
to some of these games that are going to be not taking place. How exactly will that work?
Well, right now we don't know what games aren't going to take place. So we haven't decided, the league has not decided that the regular season is canceled or anything like that. So we're going to have to see, once this pause is over, does the league want to replay the end of the regular season? Do we scrap that and move to a playoff format? All those are unknowns. And so until we understand what's going to happen, we'll figure out, ticket refunds and all those things.
So it would be wise for fans to have a little bit of patience
Yeah, have a little bit of patience. Yeah, that's what we're asking our fan base to do, is just have a little bit of patience so that we all collectively can figure out where this is going to go. And our intention is to take care of our fans.
We be getting Stars fans updates on the Stars website.
Yeah, as we get them, I would anticipate you guys probably a couple weeks here of, no news. I think while we just collectively all just let this stand down, and you guys will probably be able to figure out whether sports are going to come back by just following, the virus. If it continues to get worse and spread, I would anticipate that sports aren't going to come back. It's just common sense. If it starts to slow down and, and minimize, then there's probably a pretty good chance that we'll start to, ramp things up again. But I think over the next couple of weeks, it's just going to be stand down and see how this goes.
Can you just run through the chain of events for how this thing developed, coming to this decision for you today?
It's been a crazy 24 hours. I think as of yesterday afternoon, we were preparing internally to play tonight in front of an empty building. We knew that was a possibility, and we needed to prepare for that. And so when I left work yesterday, my mind was there that we were preparing for that. And obviously the NBA games last night, I had just gotten home for dinner when all that was going on. And then that changed things dramatically. At that point, I knew probably that our league was going to have to follow suit and suspend play or pause play as well. And sure enough, and now everybody's essentially done that.
Part of the surreal nature to what's been going on the last 24 hours is how the announcements are coming down, like with the Mavericks during their game.
Right.
This pregame skate was canceled today.
Correct.
Where was the team? Has the team been gathered to talk about this or no?
I don't believe the team has been gathered. Yeah, we did not have a skate today. I think, our general manager's been in communication with our team. I think our team is at home right now. They were waiting kind of the formal announcement as well from the league. Now that they have that, again, they're standing down, and some of the guys will, they may come in tomorrow and mill around. Like I said, we're going to be open. We're not shutting this this building at this point. And like I said, they're going to be like the rest of us. We'll just figure out where this goes.
So the break is over when the players come skate, if they want to skate during this break, right?
No, we're gonna close public skating at our facilities.
Like the Stars players.
Oh, they're not gonna be skating right now. No,
So at least-
not as a team.
At least for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, yeah, for the foreseeable future, there's no practice. I think, again, if the league sees that we're going to ramp back up, they'll probably, kind of give the green light for teams to start practicing again. But for now, everybody's kind of standing down.
Have you instructed your players at all and coaches on travel, asking them to stay in the area, not go overseas, anything like that?
Well, yeah, and there's no overseas. We've eliminated non-essential travel, which pretty much at this point is all travel. Now that the league is paused, obviously we're not playing games, we're not traveling. The business office isn't going to be going anywhere for any meetings at this point. I've encouraged our staff to stay around. If they're going to go drive to Austin over the next couple of weeks, it's fine. But I encourage not to jump on planes and be traveling around.
To look at the economic impact and so many
Yeah.
people are feeling for this, how big of a hit, to at least sense how big of a hit this will be for the Stars?
Well, again, it's hard to say at this point because it'll all depend on what happens. And obviously, when you miss games, those are revenue opportunities. So we'll have to see how many games ultimately are canceled and what does that mean. If the entire season is wiped out and there's no ramp back up and we don't have a playoffs, I mean, obviously that's different than where we stand today. So those things, I mean, it's obviously not good. None of this is, but everybody's in it together. So we'll weather it and we'll come through it as a group. We'll come through it as a league. And we'll just, we got to just see what we're dealing with first.
Certainly puts it in perspective, doesn't it? A lot of people love hockey, we love hockey, but this is bigger.
Well, right now, this is bigger than any sport, and I think you're seeing that with all the sports just, wind down. Yeah, this is a, kind of an international crisis per se. It's certainly a national one, and I think we've all got to be respectful of that and understand our place in society here.
In the vein of what Paul's talking about, the economic impact, Mark Cuban spoke last night about doing things to try and help his hourly employees during the stoppage. You guys have any plans like that?
Yeah, we're gonna review. We had to wait and see what our formal announcement was. We'll be in discussions with ownership and our AAC management team on that issue.
Thank you so much for taking this.
All right, guys. All right. Thanks, guys.